Hi guys, welcome on my YouTube channel where I will be introducing you to the fantastic world of Java. I'm starting with a new series in which I will be developing my project from the past, which is called Boring To-Do List, as you can see here. You can always fork this repository from my GitHub profile. I will paste the link into the description. So This video is about overview of this project. I will tell you how does it work and what can be improved. I will tell you about the plan for this series also. So let's start and go to see some code. The project is pretty simple. We have four classes here. Main class, to-do item, which is the entity class, and which stores the data stored in the database. There is also to-do item repository and to-do item service. There are a few of mistakes, plenty of mistakes basically in this class, but I will not focus on them today. This is also a REST controller, which is the first mistake, but let's not take it into account for now. I will tell you about it in the next videos. So, this is, as I mentioned, this is the simple backend application. There is no frontend included. So to show you how it works, I will use a Postman uh, and I hope it will be easy to follow along with that. So let's start rerun the application, stop and rerun. Wait a minute, and it should be started. Let's go to the Postman. And there are four endpoints actually in this application. So I will show you it in the code. So there is get mapping. This endpoint is to get all of the items. Post mapping to add a new to-do item. Delete mapping to delete a to-do item. And put mapping to, um, to update the item. And we are passing here ID in the path uh, so that the server knows which item to update. But we'll see it a bit later. So let's start with the first endpoint. So let's get all of the to-do items stored in the database. So I'm going to send a request on that URL. Let's send it, and we have it. We have two to-do items here with ID 1 and ID 3. So that's good. Let's go to the post. Right now, like here, we can add a new item. So let's say I will use the first one as a template and put it here. So we are not passing ID because it is generated automatically. As you can see, in the entity, here we have this generated value annotation. So this is responsible for generating the value so that we don't have to add it while we are adding a new item. So that's good. And let's say my task today would be to eat dinner, and the details will be I need to eat dinner, not to die, let's say. Okay, so let's add it, send, and we got the response 200. Okay, so that should be added now. Let's check it. And as we can see, it is added indeed to the database. So let's go further to the put request. So this is about modifying the item. Let's say we want to modify this item, and we can modify it, for example, changing setup to setup like to two words, for example. And again, we are not passing ID here. And as I mentioned, this endpoint actually takes ID to the path. So we have to pass it to the path, and it is free. Okay, so that's good. So let's send it. And right now there should be two words. Right now we have one. Let's send the request. And there are two words. So that's very good. That's what we wanted. And the last thing is to delete a to-do item. So we are using it passing the item we want to delete. So let's say we want to delete this item with ID number 6. Let's pass it and try it out. We again get the response OK, so it should be deleted. Yes, it is deleted. We have now two items instead of three, so that's good. That's what we expected. So as you can see, that was all about functionalities. So that's pretty straightforward. I believe, unless you are very beginners. But I hope you can follow along. And what I wanted to say is that is about the plan for the further videos. So in the next video, I will do a code review of this project. I will point out all of the mistakes I did, and there are plenty of them, so you can learn from my mistakes, and that's very good. Later on, I will improve the code using the list I will prepare, like the list of these mistakes. And further, we will develop some tests, I hope together. So there are only two tests now, so that's not too much. Let's try to improve the test coverage here. And later on, I'm thinking that I will develop a front end for this application, so it will get more visual. So yeah, that's it about the overview. I hope you liked it, and see you in the next videos.